All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Trivial Street Fighter 6. We are in here. My name is Asiago Akuma, aka your boy. Your boy is in the building. Oh man, there's so much to talk about. I'm still fresh off that beta high. That Street Fighter 6 Beta high, man. It had me feeling good all weekend long. I'm a little late with this video, but I gotta make that fight money to pay the bills, man. You know how that go. And if you don't, hey, you living good right now. Enjoy it while it lasts. You know what I mean? So first things first, what to talk about? Let's get off the starting soon sign and let's switch into the real things. Alright? So man, this is during the time where I'm just walking around trying to figure out what's going on in this beta. And the truth is, this video is based on my experience of playing the third beta and what I thought of it. And I'm gonna just go down the list here a little bit. There's no need for this to be like a 30-minute long video on expectations and how good it felt to play the video. Y'all got a lot more things to do in the day. I got a couple more things I need to do in the day. So we're gonna keep it moving, and I'm pretty sure some of these things will line up with some of the way you felt. And if not, you can always leave a message, drop a comment, and I'll read it and I'll try to answer it for you in the next video. So first and foremost, my first question before I even got my hands on the beta, watching all these YouTube videos, my first question was, what were my expectations? And then the A part to that question was, does Street Fighter 6 live up to the hype? You know? Alright, well, here it is. Starting first and foremost, does it live up to the hype? Yes. But why? Well, let's just be real. The aesthetics of the game is beautiful, okay? There are a few bugs, but it's a beta. They're working it out. We got a little time until release. Here and there visually, it's a delightful spectacle for a Street Fighter brand game. It offers a diverse style of play once you get past the constant pressure of drive impact and drive rush. That's true. Now, once you get past that, you start to settle into the, and I like to call this the pre-meta of the game because we haven't got to the finished product yet. So you're only playing what you think, or playing the way you think you need to play until more information becomes available to us, right? So basically, in the pre-meta of the game at this stage, you start to realize you're constantly checking your gauge and you're constantly monitoring your screen position because the corner becomes a threat. But once you settle into everything, the corner no longer seems so frightening as long as you don't let yourself burn out. And that's very true. But the inevitable can and will happen, and you do burn out. Now what? That's when the meta changes and you have to survive. Now, I'm paused right there for a second. I was talking to a few friends about that, and there was something I didn't even notice. One of my friends brought out that basically, if you burn out, walking forward actually makes you gain gauge faster. I think that kind of reminds me of a Dragon Ball Z thing. Kind of like if you walk forward, it builds your meter up as you walk. So I think that's pretty cool. So I didn't notice it at first. I'm worried about so many other things. I'm not catching all the minute nuances of the game. But one of my friends called and he brought it to my attention, and hey, that's good to know. So sometimes running away isn't the key. Sometimes you need to face your opponent to hurry up and get past that burnout stage, you know? And also, now you can just ignore the fact that you're burned out, but you can't ignore the fact burnout will cause your character to perform in a fatigue state of play. And what I mean is, you can't just punish things like you could when you were full of drive meter. For example, I noticed I was playing one of my homeboys. He got me burned out, and he did, I don't know, crouching medium kick, or he did sweep, and I went to try to punish it to punish the sweep and got blown up before my move could even come out. So I was like, wow, you're fatigued. So yeah, you gotta keep those things in mind. Also, when you're burned out, you really, okay, well, before you get burned out, you're not worrying about chip at all. Dude, you can sit there and block all day long and you're really not you're not losing any health. You're just losing, drive gauge, right? But then once you're burned out, yeah, chip becomes a major factor. Another thing that becomes a major factor when you're low on health is, besides the fact that you can't block everything or anything like before, is that like certain drive moves drive gauge, doing a drive impact might not be a smart thing if you're really low on health and that person challenges it. Like, in other words, normally they'll be like, I don't think I'm going to get enough hits in to cause this to shatter. But they do something anyway and you lose because you didn't have enough life to support what your drive meter could do. So that's pretty cool. It even affects parry. How would it affect parry? But it kind of does. Like, if you're really skinny on life and you try to start thinking parry's going to be your way out, I don't think it lets you just get away with murder like that. So, but I might want to recheck that. Don't take that to the head just yet. We're going to dissect that a little bit more before we put the official stamp on it, all right? What else we got going on? I guess once you get through all that, and I'm speaking for myself, once you get through all that, you realize that your biggest lesson to be learned is constant drive gauge management. Now, I was playing some friends, and a lot of my friends were like, you know what? I didn't use any of those things, man. I wasn't drive rushing. I wasn't drive impacting. I was just playing bare bones, just trying to get the feel of the game, and I was winning matches. And that's true. That's very true. You don't have to use any of that stuff to play the game. So that's cool. A lot of people are like, well, you need to be able to use this to play the game. Hey, you didn't have to use V triggers to play Street Fighter 5. You didn't need to use V shift to play Street Fighter 5. It was in the game to help you, but if you chose not to use it, the game lets you stand on your own 2 feet like a man. You dig? So that's pretty cool too. Another thing I really enjoyed was just being able to run around, hanging out with my friends in lobbies, acting the fool, working the DJ table, doing all kind of crazy stuff. Oh my gosh, I was having fun. If you see any of the screens I put out, yes, I was having fun. And the behind the scene things, not on camera, we were really just wilding out and enjoying the game, trying to really get a good feel of it. You know, notice my bad habits early, like trying to drive impact or trying to use drive impact as an anti-air. I call it one of my bad habits. I don't know if anybody else is trying to do it, but I'm always thinking, what all could this thing do? You know, so just trying to use it like that isn't always a good move. So many other things, but really, I really enjoyed the game, man. It didn't feel anything like Street Fighter 5. It didn't really feel anything like Street Fighter 4. For a second there, I felt like I was playing a new futuristic version of Third Strike. The difference being I didn't have to press forward to parry. And actually, I kind of hope in the future for Street Fighter 6, they make that an option. I think that'd be kind of cool. If a person wants to be able to tap forward to parry everything instead of hold forward, just tap forward and try. Go for it. Let's see how good you really are. You know, that'd be a game-changing mechanic right there. And I'm pretty sure it will pull a couple more of the Third Strike heads that just be like, hey, I just like parry the way it was, you know? You start to realize real quick in this batch of characters they gave us to play with who some of the beasts were. But then again, once you did learn how to parry the correct things, how to parry correctly, how to wait, play a little patient, you realize those characters weren't as scary as you thought they were. Or they're not as, I won't say they're not as great as you think they are because it's still early, but they weren't as bad. And you realize it was just a lot of rushing in to try to win the matches. I will say in this game, towards the end, I did get mentally fatigued. Especially towards that last day when I really wanted to focus on rank. I was trying to grind it out. By then it was kind of late in the evening for me, and just my mind was just like, I can't keep up with all the things I need to worry about as I'm playing. And you know, you're learning the game, trying to use what you just learned, remember what you just went through, and yet at the same time focus on everything. Like, where's my health, where's my gauge, where's my meter at? How can I do what super, what links to what? If I drive impact this, if I drive rush that, you know, what if I just parry, what if I don't parry? You know, there were so many different things that your brain is running so many sequences, and you're trying to remember what Ken does when you're not using Ken, and the other person has Ken, so you're trying to remember Ken does these kicks. I need to block this whole sequence. I can't just attack. So again, yeah, you will hit some mental fatigue. So that's one of those things you just got to be ready for, guys. I mean, that's what we wanted, right? And again, I'm not upset about Street Fighter 6. I think Street Fighter 6 was everything. Or correction, I think Street Fighter 6 is everything it is going to live up to be. The hype is real. The pitfalls, the downside. Now, I'm giving you all the good and the things I loved, but then there were some people on the other side of the spectrum that were just like, hey man, hey Capcom, hey man, god dang man, goddamn man, goddamn Capcom, can you like lessen this drive impact thing because it was messing them up. They did not like drive impact. They didn't like the fact that even though they were pushed near the corner or they're in the corner and they block the drive impact, it still creates a wall splatter and they now have to deal with eating a whole combo. You know what I'm saying? And I 100% understand. I get it. I was like, yeah, I was going through it too. But there, like I said previously, there are some moments where your brain's gonna make the adjustment and you're gonna realize I could have drive and packed them back. I had time. I didn't have to sit there and block. I just didn't know to react that way. So again, this is one of those things. Nobody complained much about parry. Parry wasn't the issue for a lot of people. I think they liked it because if you're playing like a Ken and Ryu or a character like Gao, well, Gao being the exception. Let's say Ken and Ryu. If you're playing Ken and Ryu or Ken are just full screen chucking fireballs, thinking they're gonna, get that chip off you. One, you're not doing any chip, bro. They block it, they ain't losing no chip. You're just taking their gauge meter from them. And if they're sitting there just parrying it, they're building gauge meter. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it gives you that third strike feeling where you go, long range fireballs is not the thing to worry about. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you're a Gao, I say that's totally different. Gao and Jury are totally different because they have the option to be able to throw a fireball and then quickly dash up or walk up behind the fireball. You see what I'm saying? So like if it's Jury, you're getting hit, the fireball hits low at the ankles, and then she's walking up, and you don't know if this chick is going to wait for the fireball or try to cross you up and hit you or do what. So, but with Gao, his is going to hit high, so you got to block high, and you can block low. It's one of the two. But you're trying to see what is he going to try to do. Is he going to try to go for a sneaky low? Is he going to do this? Is he going to do that? So those are the kind of things you watch out for. And that's only 2 characters. And we haven't even got to the other characters and what they will potentially be able to do. So, again, guys, for the haters, I understand. Just give it time. Remember, guys, some of the people that are disliking Street Fighter 6 at this moment because of drive impact, you were loving Street Fighter 5 because of V-Trigger, because of V-Shift, because of V-Skill. I had a homeboy complain about it, and I was like, well, where were you when you were playing Fong, man? I mean, I didn't hear any complaints out of you when you were throwing a fireball that goes all the way across screen, and then you could throw another fireball while that fireball is on the screen, while you're waiting to see what the other person. There was no complaints. It was all good in your favor. So, again, you just got to learn the game so it could be back in your favor, guys. Just take your time with it. I know it's difficult, but I'm not here to preach to you. I'm not here to make up your mind. I'm not here to spoon feed you the Street Fighter 6 and make you love it. You know what I mean? I just want you to be your own person and enjoy the game however you choose to enjoy the game. Me personally, I loved it, and I look forward to more of the stuff that Capcom is going to put out. I really had a great time. Like I said, I love the visuals. I saw my Akuma symbol. I'm a Akuma player by nature, so I got to wait a whole year before I could even pick up my character. So that means I'm grinding Shato knowledge to it comes to a standstill. I got it down in my head, and then I switch over and play other few characters for fun, But guys, again, I'm not gonna hold you up. I'm just let you listen to some of this dope music. This beat is kicking. Oh, check it out. They even got videos playing in the background, bro. I thought that was one of the coolest things. You could literally sit down and watch a video. I think my character's about to do it. My avatar might do it right now. I'm not sure if I did it on this what's showing in the background. There we go. And then this video starts to play, right? And that is just like, yo, Capcom took this to the next level. You see what I'm saying? And again, this is their first time doing stuff like this, so expect it to get better. Expect new content to drop. They don't want it to be stale. They don't want it to get stagnant. You know what I mean? So just be patient, and more good things will be delivered up onto the blessings from the sky. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm your boy Asiago Akuma. This has been the Street Fighter start over. I'm your boy Asiago Akuma, and this has been Trivial Street Fighter 6, coming live to you from either Twitch or YouTube. Either way it goes, same old thing. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I look forward to hanging out with you guys later on. Until then, much blessings. I love y'all, and have a great day. Peace.